What's going on, guys? Jamming out to a little Dust Mites. I don't know if that's coming across or not, but it might be. Let's see here. Can't post comment to some destination. That's weird. All right. So, what's up, guys? The stream should be going to many places. Should be going to Shoky, Facebook, and into Plastic Cannibals. If you are in Plastic Cannibals and you leave a comment, make sure you give good old StreamYards the permission it needs to show your screen name so I know who's talking at me. What up, Mr. Aguilar? Literally almost missed the stream. I was going to the bathroom. I was like, oh god. I got like 2 minutes. So happy Father's Day. So all the fathers is out there. I am not one yet that we know of. Someday. Who knows? So, hi. Went and spent time with my parents earlier. We had a late lunch, sort of. Ate a lot of food. Hence the bathroom. So, hopefully you got to spend some time with your dad. Or if you are a dad, hopefully you get to spend some time with your kids. It's all good. Even if you didn't, well, I apologize. I'm sorry. I hope it gets better. Or maybe you just were happy that you didn't. So I just put on some background music. So, by the way, guys, it is a live stream, so therefore we must have the trophy of apathy, the Funicorn, 0 fucks given. It is what it is. Turn that off for some reason here. A gold cat. Do I like frame arms? No, I hate frame arms. So bad. I'm just kidding. I built a couple frame arms kits, and they were so loose and fiddly after sitting like just in display for so long that they were just kind of falling apart. Like the joints were falling apart, all kinds of stuff like that. The frame arms in and of themselves are pretty cool. Now, to be fair, those were older frame arms kits. They weren't like the newer ones. So it is what it is. So yeah, they're okay. I did want to get a couple others that have come out in the last few years. Finally got the jive. So I will have a... Yeah, you like the frame arms girl kits. Yes, Eric. So I do have the big box from Bbts to open. So we'll be doing that in a bit when we get a few more people. For those who care when I do unboxings. Tomorrow, at some point, I will do an unboxing for Master Grade Monday because I have a kit coming. Comes tomorrow. Be fun for that. So I'll do a live, maybe not a live unboxing, but I'll film an unboxing once it gets here and then hopefully get that out. I did pick up something today while at Target, along with this really nice green shirt that I got. Green is not usually my color, but it did work out for me. So picked up another Transformers Kingdom Beast Wars redo figure, and I was lucky that they had a good old Rhinox for me to grab at my local Target. It's seen better days. It's a little squishy, but so before we move, I got to get a few extra reviews done. So we've essentially got our new apartment locked down. We still got to sign the final paperwork and whatnot like that. But that still gives us over a month to prep in moving. Eric, you may have to come over one day on a weekend and help me pack away some Gunpla if you can. Might be fun. And maybe select some stuff to take off my hands, you know. Older frames are garbage. Kind of sucks. Got to buy a second ender frame to keep these things up. Yeah, it's stupid. But I like the interchangeability and I like a lot of the details. I also... One thing I just like about Kotobukiya in general is the lack of detail work, like paint wise or something like that. So where you'll have to add stickers or something they don't believe. I'm sorry, you have to add paint because they don't give you stickers for details that should be there. That's very annoying. So when I get to the Tomotu, which is over here, when I get around to painting that guy, I got to add the smaller details like lights and stuff like that. So, hi, sir. And y'all haven't come over in a little while, Eric. So, but I do have a decision to make in regards to moving, and it involves the Toph wall. So while I don't want to get rid of all of my Gunpla, I may part with the Detolfs because I'm scared to haul that much glass upstairs. We're going to hire a moving company this time because we are moving to a third floor. But, sorry, I'm trying to set the camera. I don't have my camera settings up. Looks over at the Anubis. Like the Anubis, yeah, somebody needs to take the Anubis off of my hands for a small fee, because I'm not just going to give that away. Also, guys, if you are in the chat, say hi. I want to see if I can get my camera settings up, because it's doing a whole lot of auto adjusting that I'm not keen on. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. Let me know. I want background music, but I don't want it to be ridiculous. This is my buddy Dust Mites. It's his music. So in theory, I'm copyright safe. But I did do some prepping to move, as you can see here. I did pack away as many of the 5.2 Toys things as I could. Hold on, sorry. This got in my way. So I got a whole bunch of them in their box chargers. Obviously, the D10s don't have boxes. And then I left out the mega box ones there for Alien because I still have the Alien to review, so I need those out for that. And I have to go find the boxes for those. I think there's the literal box chargers. Okay, where's my camera? Property. Configure. Okay, so I don't want white balance to keep changing. Ah! Okay, fix that now. Somewhere in there. Exposure doesn't need to keep changing. Focus I can leave on auto. That I'm okay with. Don't really need low light compensation because it's not doing its thing. It's a little bit better. Okay, I just want to turn off some of those auto features because that was getting super annoying. Okay. Yeah, I've got like 9 on pre-order. It's kind of sad. It's like I've got so many on pre-order, and I'm scared of when they're all going to come in. I actually, on BBTS, I changed all of my stuff on pre-order to go to my credit card just in case, because I can at least pay it off slowly that way instead of coming directly out of my PayPal. Because I was really, really worried that everything is going to come in at the end of this month. So. All right, speaking of BBTS, let me go get my big old box. I had to set it out of the way. Also, I have less stuff on the floor back here, so I got to be careful. There we go. We'll do it in the chair, out the box situation. Now, it is a big box, but it's not necessarily full of things. So, the old BBTS box. Also, shout out to everybody, and if there's anyone watching from Plastic Cannibals. Okay. Just got the dinos, the new D10 or Dio. The Mega Dio. Oh, they packed this funny. There's literally like this much space here. That's nothing. Also, this is loaded sideways. It's really kind of funny. Is that 3, 4? Okay. So, first off, close that. I do have a Gunpla kit, and it's something I missed when it was on pre-order, so I had to grab it from BBTS for a slightly more amount of money, and it is the Build Divers Gundam-based version of the Herself version of May. It's also from the Batlog, which is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. This one I'll probably do a straight build of, but if the blue stuff here, the stuff that's usually the stickers, if I have a blue that's close to that, I will go ahead and paint that blue. Yeah, like this like sky blue kind of color. Let me look here. I have a French blue that might be close to that, so that might be worth doing. So, those who think I just don't do model kits anymore, I'm still buying stuff. Also, I do have another In the Kitchen video, In the Kitchen short coming out this week for the box that came in. after the last one. Okay. So, yay for that. So I got this. Now, for things completely unrelated to Gunpla or almost everything else I get, but for like a while back, a couple years ago, I did a review of a Star Trek thing. For those who don't know, I love me some Star Trek. That was the Defiant from Eagle Moss. I bought a couple other things here. So we got the NX-01 Enterprise. This is, of course, the XL. Always get the XLs, guys. It's not worth not getting the XLs. So for anybody who liked Enterprise, that was a really cool one. They did a special edition non-XL Enterprise refit, NX-01 refit, that never got to see the light of day. Also, for those who don't know, I have been watching Star Trek Discovery on UK Netflix. Get yourself a VPN. It's worth it. So one of the coolest things about Discovery is when they bring in the Enterprise, and you get to see a version of the original Enterprise that's a little bit different and technically predates the original series, which is pretty cool. And Captain Pike is kind of a badass. So, with those, and I did have more on pre-order, but I canceled those, I had more in my cart, but I canceled those to make sure I had more money. I will be getting more before we move. And then also from Discovery, we have the XL version of the Discovery, which is a very interesting design of a ship in and of itself. And also for fans of MGO, he's been getting a bunch of Enterprises. So, yeah, I saw MGO buying a bunch of stuff, so I bought a bunch of stuff. Also, I already liked it. Some of these things are selling out, like, really quickly right now, so I kind of jumped on them. I had the original Enterprise in my cart, and then I said, okay, hold on, I'm not going to get it this week. So I took it out of my cart, went back to buy it the next week, gone. So, sometimes you can't wait on these things. And at 70 to 75 a pop, it's nothing to shake a stick at. It's not something I can always just get. But it's something I'm going to enjoy. Now, hold on. I want to open up on camera. I'm going to open up the Enterprise. Sorry, the NCC 1701. This is actually pretty cool, though. I like that it comes in a special bag. Special edition collector's. Okay, so it was £49.99. Because you don't know, Eagle Moss is a British company. But $70. I know. What is he talking about? This isn't Gunpla. This isn't Transformers. It's Star Trek. Get over it, nerds. It's a collectible bag. Okay. It didn't want to come open. So usually with these things, you get a magazine that tells you a lot about the design of the ship, the history of it, and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. So it's got like CG renders. And this talks about it. This is actually a very nice looking thing. Because except for the unaired pilot episode, like Pike was never really seen outside of the new movie verse. So to actually see Captain Pike at the helm of the original Enterprise, NCC 1701, it was pretty cool. Let's move around a bit. Okay, so this is from 2256. So the Discovery takes place 10 years before Star Trek, the original series. And I didn't know if I was going to like Discovery. I watched a few videos on it and stuff like that, and then I ended up really liking Discovery. I'm watching season 3 right now. Oh, look at this. I thought it would be in a bag or something. It is not. So, got a little clear stand base. Am I a red shirt? No. Yellow shirt. Actually, if I'm from Discovery, I'm a blue shirt no matter what. That's one thing about Discovery. They all have the same uniform. The only thing that designates the difference between departments, as it were, is the color of the stripes and stuff on it. The deco on the blue shirts, as it were. Also, you can tell this is an updated ship because of the sheer amount of Aztecing. I mean, I'll do a real review of this, or all of these, actually, eventually. Gotta get that stand plugged in there good. So, that's pretty cool. And my Defiant is actually up there. Now, mind you, scale is not something they really care about. They all go for a size. So, Defiant is there. I do want to get the XL DS9 as well, because it's DS9. Ooh, diecast. The only thing that sucks is they put it in styrofoam. Man, this is a lot of diecast. Usually they're diecast with some plastic. Okay, so the base is plastic. This is so pretty. An original Constitution class dealie. Really hard to see because of the light, but hold on. I have the light on so it'll focus better, but it's too bright when washing things out. So look at this. Look at this sexy ship. So it has a lot of flavor of the one from the original series, but the nacelles are different. The pylons are different. And just a few extra details, especially up here by the impulse engines. But then they eventually show you how and why. There's also a big smudge right here. I think it's supposed to be damaged. Kind of hard to tell. Or someone just got a big-ass smudge across there. But it's heavy. Like, this is all die-cast. These are die-cast. No, I'm sorry. These are plastic. These are die-cast. I think the neck is plastic. That's just a really pretty ship. I love it when they do the swept-back nacelles like that. And, of course, I'll do a real review later. Oops. No, I forgot. That doesn't go there. This goes up here. So, look at that. And they do tilt the stands, ever so much. Look at that pretty bitch. Look at that thing. Already lost everybody who was watching. 18 minutes in, everybody quit. Like, oh, it's not a whole bunch of gunpla. I don't care. And also, we can just bullshit for a while, guys. No big deal. We can do that. We can bullshit. Or I can do an out-the-box thing with Rhinox. I can actually just live stream, try to figure out how to transform him. For those who care about those things. That is just sexy. Look at that. There's a sexy, sexy ship. I was never a giant fan of the original Enterprise. And I say original because I mean 1701, not talking NX01, it's in there, but I was not a big fan until I saw this version and I got it in that Star Trek Timelines game. You're still here. Of course you are, Gold Cat person. Eating pizza, but still here. Now, Madik, well, no, it's not really his name, said, oh my god, I don't know how big it is, how much it costs, but the detail makes me think it's a couple feet long and like $2,000. I assume he was talking about the original scene. Like before I added the thumbnail, it showed the Bandai Star Destroyer. I assume that's what he's talking about. No, it doesn't cost $2,000. So it is what it is. But for those who care, maybe I'll just go ahead. I always enjoy playing with these things. So this will count as a live out-the-box reaction. Which I don't know if any of you guys have been watching. Some of y'all have been watching the out-the-box videos on the weekends. So I still have a few of those to set. I'm doing like 2 or 3 a weekend just because. But because it's just content that was sitting there for the patrons to watch and nobody watched it. Which is one reason why I canceled the Patreon. Because nobody was even watching the thing. That is kind of copyrighted material there that he's intermixed. Oh, because it got out of the playlist I had going. Why does Spotify do that? Does anyone know? Why Spotify will do that crap? Like, I had a playlist going, and then all of a sudden, it's playing something entirely different. I have no idea. Okay, so let's open up this Rhinox and see what's going on here. I am working on getting a... there's a service that my friend Kurisu, or at Terrible Hime on Twitch, Terrible_Hime on Twitch. Go support her and all her stuff she does. If you like to watch Twitch. She was telling me about the service she uses on Twitch, but of course Twitch has a different way of doing things regarding music. So check them out. There's our Rhino friend. Right there. Seriously though, I should have left the camera controls up. Yes. I have. Yep, close that. Oh, that actually worked for once. Hold on. Let's see, is that not as washed out? Okay, well, the autofocus is good. Either way. So, cool. All right. So he has his weapons that are tucked away up in here. Got his little buzzsaw guns. Yeah, I never understood the point of that. It's like, why do you have saw blades on your guns, but you never use them to cut things? Know what I mean? Okay, so that'll be. They're really not. Hopefully, they'll do an upgrade set where somebody gives you a better version of this. I know when MGO did his review, I did watch his review of it. He actually kind of gave it the ones from the generation Rhinox. I have never owned a Rhinox, so this is my first. And since I'm going down this road with Beast Wars stuff from the Kingdom line, I was like, I gotta find him. Just happened to have him at Target, so I was happy about that. Okay. As long as he has somewhere to store his weapons. Watch out, Enterprise. Okay. Rhinox. He's got one going right across the back. Also, this totally looks like a rhino sunk in some mud. Quicksand rhino. Okay. Okay, you can't possibly be attached somewhere else. Okay, so that's that. What is this one? Man, they really do make it difficult. Like, I guess theft deterrent is always a good thing, but jeez. Oh my god, there's more. Is that it? Good god. Now I've got plastic dealies everywhere. Look at him from behind. He's like a big green monster. Nice. Like a big, whoa. Big old butterfly joint there. Pretty decent Rhinox head. It's pretty cool. Turn on auto exposure. It actually helps in this case. Nice. All right, so for those who don't tend to watch my out-the-box reactions, I try to usually figure out how to transform them without looking at the instructions until I can't anymore, and then I do. Consult the instructions or insult the constructions, depending on the day. Okay. So there's a couple pins there. Okay, that looks like it flips up. I'm going to turn his head around. So that's a thing. Okay, so there's a hinge there. Pins there. How does that work? So I thought the chest would flip closed. Because that's what it looks like, but now I'm second guessing that. This, however, does come up on a hinge. So there's one blatant issue there, and it's the green shoulder exposed. The rhino shoulder that gets exposed. Okay, so those are going to move. Let's turn that this way. How do we do this? Oh, that's weird. The side of the leg flips open. Okay, so the hand has to swing in and around. Close that back up. Okay. And front of the rhino is this. Oh, no, that way. So turn the legs to face the rhino. Okay. Have no idea what's going on with these back legs. Got some flappy doos. What am I looking at here? Oh. Okay. Is that a rhino leg hidden away? Oh, it is. A little bitty rhino leg tucked away here. Interesting. Okay, so that means the robot foot has to tuck away somehow. Whoa, okay. And the thigh piece moves. I have no. Does that rotate? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the chest. Oh, the chest opens. Got it. Okay. Folds in, closes. Ah, that's what's going on. Okay. So this is the fun part for me, just trying to figure it out. Don't think that moves. Well, it looks like it should. Hold on. No, that's just the hinge. I'm dumb. But y'all should know that already. Right. Okay, so that goes up there. I assume this leg closes down and around the rest of it. Okay, so let's close this up this way. Okay. Get up in there, big boy. That's uncomfortable. I don't know if that's right, but I can get it in there. There we go. Close that up like that. This has to come back out of the way somehow. Okay, I don't think the hips turn all the way around because it doesn't look like they can.
Want a break from the ads?
Yes, I do.
Tap now to watch a short video. You'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
Is there anything else to tab into? Doesn't look like it. It's weird.
Yes, really. If you Tap now to launch a
Oh,
short
shut up,
video.
Spotify
You'll
guy.
receive 30 minutes of ad-free
Okay.
content.
Definitely missing something here. Okay. See, once again, it skips from listening to what I'm listening to something completely different. That is really annoying. I knew the second that started that was not something I wanted to listen to. Hold on. Okay, I'll just turn all that off. Oh, Alex is here. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to transform the new Kingdom Rhinox. Basically doing a live out-the-box reaction. Because that's got a big reaction, but review sort of dealy. Okay, so that closes there. So that has to come down and inside somehow. That has to fill this gap. How? Interesting. Okay. I see there's a hinge here that is not hinging. Okay, so you do push that past that point. Got it. Okay, so that fills in there. Got it. Okay. So that's where the legs are gonna go eventually, someday. Okay. All right, so that's got to go there. This has to go inside here somehow. Oh, it just popped out. My bad. Swivel there, swivel there. Swivel here. This is independent, or at least it should be. Like, that is a hinge, but why can I not use said hinge? Oh, does the foot go inside the body? That would make sense. Hold on. Yeah, that would make sense. That tucks away inside. Okay. Okay, so it's a double jointed knee. Just really tight. Okay, so that goes inside there. That makes sense. Got it. Okay. And then somehow we got to get this down and around and inside without breaking everything. I know I'm missing something for sure, but that's definitely got to swing around inside there. There we go. Okay, so where is his tail? Oh, there it is. Okay. His little pooflinger, as it were. Okay, so that's close. At this point, it's just getting everybody lined up. Because this has to come back here. I mean, he's a hell of a a shell former. No, I will not quit playing with her on a butt. Santon? Beast Wars 2? Maybe. Dang it. Like, trying to get all the different tabs lined up is kind of annoying. Like, this is just an undersized elephant. Okay. So that is not inside that, and it should be. There it goes. Sort of. There we go. Tuck that under there. This needs to go up under here. Tab into that. That is ridiculous. Need a spudger. Spudgers are the way of the future, you know. It's like, hey, get your panels all lined up. Or don't. I'm going to have to buy more spudgers. I can never find one when I need one. Okay, that got it into place. Barely. But then this one won't go in. Okay. So there's half a rhino. This is a pain in the ass. He's one of those extinct island-dwelling dwarf elephants. That's very specific and strange. Okay, so let's get this leg. Okay. So that needs to open up this way. Slide that out of the way. There we go. Okay, so flip this up in. Grab the leg. Spin it around like that. Foot goes inside. Like that. I think. I guess. That's kind of how the other one was. There it goes. Okay. So, when this is closed, all right. Dang it, this one keeps going wonky on me. Okay, so this is going down like that. Yeah, they're literally like, hey, how can we make this more complicated? Hey, have the legs fold inside their own legs and then turn sideways and go the other way. And also tuck the feet in while you're at it. It's like tuck the feet inside itself while you're at it. Well, those do not clear each other, do they? How? Like, those have to be there. But how the heck are they supposed to be there? And then this little stupid side piece here. On the side of the belly. There we go. You get it kind of in place and then not at the same time. This thing right here. Huge pain in the ass. There we go. Got that sort of in place. This is a pain. And I still have to get his actual rhino butt where it's got to go without breaking anything. Okay. The pins holding that together are remarkably small. Oh, wow. He's just not quite there. Hold on. Okay, so tuck that together. See, the problem is those feet have to go past each other somehow. You have a problem with the T30. Yeah, no, this is just a pain. I mean, they either have to be right beside each other or have to be on top of each other. It's one of those two. Kind of hard to tell. All right, so squeeze that in there. That's about even. I just got to get all the tabs lined up. And hope he doesn't just erupt. We'll have a little rhino eruption. Which is proving to be difficult. I think I got him. I think the head is kind of wonky. See, look, if you move the rhino leg around, you end up screwing up this little part. as previously discussed, it is the worst part. Okay. And then this is not even. There we go. It was not even. Now it is. So I guess that's it. Gonna need some cleaning up for the actual review. But just messing with it. There's a Rhinox and Rhino mode. There's a reason I'm not going to use these in Beast mode. They're a pain. A huge pain. I kind of wish we had a TF resource page comparable to Dalong for Gunpla. What do you mean? Like for transformation info? Is that what you mean? Like a transformation guides? I'm sure there would be. No, nobody needs to do that. So see, this stupid little panel does not want to sit how it's supposed to. Like, this thing is more panel heavy than the others. Where did that go? So thank God it's a Hasbro product and designed to pop apart. Because that is very stupid the way they designed that. Because you got to get this guy underneath this thing. Oh man, this is terrible. I mean, why don't you just make that happen? You could do it. Also, I'm pretty sure that the TF forums probably have that in some way, shape, or form. At least they should if they don't. Okay, so now I gotta pop this guy back on to these little pegs. Oh man, that is an absurdly tight. This little panel right here, this stupid little panel is absurdly tight. Like the initial joint, like it's a pin joint, and it is absurdly tight. And then you have to get it up underneath this and then tabbed in. And if anything else is misaligned, it does not go into place. That's annoying. So that's definitely something that's going to be coming out in the review. So for those who don't know, I usually do these videos where I actually try to figure this out. And then, it was for the patrons. And then I would come back later, do the review. Hey, baby. What's up? You just going to drink your drink at me? You're being weird. You just dribbled all over yourself.
I'm gonna go lay down. My phone needs to charge anyways.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's good.
Mm-hmm. She got the new Sonic has a new drink that's very much like a boba drink. It's got the little balls in it. The little bursty balls in it. So she's drinking that. She's having fun. You have to poop?
No.
That's what you said.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, love you. Bye.
She has to go poop.
Whatever.
Is the joint stronger than that thin strip of plastic? Yes. Well, the joint stayed behind. The plastic came off. Get in there. See, the problem is that it just doesn't align worth a damn to the thin tab that is supposed to actually clip on. Like, I mean, maybe there. Obviously, I consult the instructions because I almost always say insult the constructions after the fact, so that I can see where I might be screwing up. I mean, he's definitely not bad, but I mean, you're not going to get like you have articulation, but you also don't at the same time. Like the back legs are hilarious though. Like they give you a ball joint mounted back leg, but look how hollow that shit is. So that's one of these 3D printing companies who keeps making stuff for Transformers. Definitely going to make leg fillers there. I do want to get the upgrade set for Megatron because it fills in the arm, it fills in the thighs. It gives him a cannon weapon, and then it also gives him the toothbrush video. So it is missing the rubber ducky, though. Gotta have the rubber ducky. I'm very confused. Okay. Now the question is, do his weapons store anywhere? Because there's a rather thick thigh gap, as it were. So I bet his weapons are meant to store in said gap. Let's find out. Ah, dang it. Come on. I mean, if they do, it's going to be a miracle. Miracle! Oh, wait, do they tab into each other? They might tab into each other. Oh, yeah, look. They tab into each other. That's cool. Now you stick it in the crotch. Is there actually a peg anywhere in there, or am I just going to violently insert blades into the rhino's anus? That was metaphor, YouTube. That was metaphor. Although there are tabs like right here for some reason. I just put his spiky wingus. See, the thing is that there are two holes right there for the knees that might actually work to set the weapons in there, but I don't know. Hush. There we go. Let's see. I mean, there's got to be a way to tuck these in here, realistically. I mean, that is a huge gap. So, it's probably in the instructions. So, let me look. Also, you totally get a rhino weapon. Like, a big old cannon come up out of his back. Where did I put the instructions, anyways? I'll put them back in the box. Yeah, the guns are small. Let's see if they actually show you how to hide the weapons. Yeah, stick the guns together. Then what? Oh, yeah, you do. It's exactly what I thought, too. Okay. So you split it. Split it, hit it, then quit it. Split it, hit it, then quit it. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, I need to get in here, please. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rhino Butt. All right. So, split the back of the rhino open. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible thing. Okay, so that showed it. There we go. 180 degrees. Okay, and then you stick it between the ties with the holes pointing backwards. Somehow. Some way. Come on. Oh, yeah. Right there. Right there. Excuse me. You're supposed to stay plugged in. Oh, you son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. That ain't gonna work. Because the legs don't want to stay. There we go. There we go. Squeeze. Maybe I'm doing the feet thing wrong. No, they're right. That's exactly how they go in there. Just kind of dumb. Okay, so snug this down. So I can't tell if that's meant to sit on top of those. I think so. Hard to tell. Close the doors up. Close the rhino doors. There we go. Oh, yeah, these stupid things. All right. Come on. Come on, get over there. Seriously. There's that. There's that. That's all this. Close that up. Close that tab up. There we go. Cool, now I have all of the rhino stuffed inside of itself, including its weapons. There we go. Nice. So I'll be reviewing him tomorrow, along with everything I have laying around, including the stuff I just got, stuff I bought the other day. Got a lot of reviews to knock out tomorrow so that I can just start packing things. I will be doing vlogs on the whole moving situation because, frankly, I have to pack away all the things. I mean, we have like more than a month realistically because we don't have to be out by the end of July because we didn't give them enough notice, so we're paying through August, so which means they can't kick us out just yet, but it is what it is. No. I'm just going to say no. No Jim Carrey gun. Though I do got to wonder if they're going to give us like the evil Rhinox or anything like that, like the gray one, whenever he switched sides temporarily over to the Preds. But yeah, they could rework it into an elephant if they want to, but I think they're going to stick with the main story bots, as it were. Now, I will say the one that I had the most difficulty with was definitely Megatron because of all his panels. Dinobot is annoying, but easy enough to figure out. Rat Trap was pretty easy to figure out, although I did it wrong the first go-round. I made it work, but it was still wrong. Eventually, that video will come out for everyone to see. But how lazy do they got to be to just not make these parts brown? Like, I mean, it's a hinge. It's just this bit right here. So I'm hoping, since that is just a slide, that is just a mushroom peg. Oh, crap. No, it's a big old pin. So, like, it would have been great if they made that a clip instead, because then you could remove that entire joint and swap it out, unless you actually have the ability to remove and reset pins, which I don't. At least not really, I don't. But so, yeah, Rhinox is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Good old Rhinox boy. Then you can open that up all the way in there. What? It better come with wild bean vines and make fart noises. That might be except, yeah, I don't think they'll do that. I don't know if they're continuing with the Beast Wars line. They should, but I mean, Beast Wars Rhinox is going to be big. I mean, obviously Megatron is really big. One thing I'm wondering, like Pterosaur, that's going to take a lot of parts forming because his wings get infinitely smaller when he goes to bot mode. And I've got that Scorponok video. Did I edit that? I don't remember. I did not. Edit that Scorponok video yet. So I do have the Transform Element Scorponok, so that will be coming out soon, perhaps in the next week. That's an interesting one. Transform Element is getting better with their Beast Wars figures, but it's going to be interesting when they get into bigger bots because they're in a Legends scale. So we'll see what they do. Looks like dead. I don't know what that word is. I mean, frankly, you have to forgive all of the beast modes because they're just things they can't do without having stuff to cover bot parts. I mean, there's just no way around it. I'm not deliberately ignoring the chat. You guys are talking too fast. But some things I am deliberately ignoring, yes. Because some of the things you say are dumb. Yeah, some of the things you say are dumb. Please, someone else talk in the chat other than those guys. Also, did they need to make these parts green? I mean, I don't even think Rhinox's arms were green. I think they were silver. Like, I think they're just, like, overdoing it. Now, the kind of brownish gold actually looks kind of nice. And I assume that the third-party companies that usually make extra parts for these will make a belly cover. Because, come on. Yeah, feet hole or fill in the leg holes. Give us a belly cover that can just turn into a shield. See, that's what they need to do. It needs to be a belly cover on one side and then flip over and be like the riot shield that they had. That's a smooth move right there. X-Lax. Into double punch. I mean, I don't think they're keen on doing repaints at all. They haven't done anything with their initial ones. I hope they redo Black Arachnia in actual proper colors. Because that was the biggest problem with that figure. That and the thigh covers that are the thigh covers / ass fillers or whatever you want to call them were terrible. That Black Arachnia was a terrible, terrible design, and then painted in colors that made no damn sense. So it is what it is. Not really. No. 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 Rhinox. Yeah, they did undersize his guns a little bit. At least on the backside. But considering they wanted them to tuck between his knees, I guess we'll forgive it this time, huh? But just this time. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I do think that the Thrilling 30 or Generations one is a better looking one. But this one definitely fits the aesthetic. And how much you want to bet? We don't even see most of these characters when Kingdom eventually comes out. How much you want to bet? Like, they do this whole deal, like trying to set up a Beast Wars type situation with this new timeline. And I bet we don't get any of them. I mean, does it really? If they don't do the actual voice actors, we riot, right? Like if they don't get Scott McNeil to come back and voice any and all characters he did. By the way, that Waspinator looks terrible. I saw that one. If that is legitimately what the new Waspinator is going to look like, it's garbage. They need to go back and redo that one. Because, I mean, they had a good Waspinator. I mean, they just, tweak the old one a bit. Don't just give us new garbage. There we go. Yeah, let's make it awkward. It's going to be a monkey. He just walks around on his paws. A couple weeks left for the hype. Let's see here. I'm just messing with him now. Pulling out his robot hands. So you can walk around like a do. Oh well. What, phone? What are you beeping about? What are you beeping about, phone? I don't even know what. It just beeps. Or technically it buzzed at me. What? Why are you just saying words? I don't even know what that word is supposed to be. But it feels inappropriate somehow. Come on, close. There it goes. Like the clearances kind of suck. Like this is me. This is how I usually do these things. You guys you just don't ever get to see them. How I'm messing around with them. Like the clearances are just kind of poopy. Poopy clearances. It's just poopy. Okay, so the arm would go this way. Yeah. Some of it's lazy design and some of it's over-engineered. How does that work? How do they find a middle ground between being really lazy and overly engineering something? That's impressive, Hasbro. It's really impressive. Like, I will say, like, the way the fact that they did here what they did with other bots, not even in this particular line. So his entire backside is smooth and without any extra paint, and then you get all this extra paint everywhere else. And then in some places it just disappears and things are completely a different brown. It's like, what the hell? They did the same thing on Air Razor. Her review will be coming up this week as well. So there will be an Air Razor review. So if you're looking forward to that, by all means, stick around and watch. the things. Sorry, Alex. I had to put you in a timeout after that last comment. So all your shit got deleted. Sorry. Sometimes your random insanity starts reaching levels of little too far. So that would be a situation of little too far with that comment. So sorry. No. It's normal plastic. I hate the soft stuff like Megatron, because it's like peeling off and doesn't fit together right. Like, I mean, if they were going to do it anywhere, it would be this. But no, it's just plastic. But there's two sets of parts that are a different brown. Like, it was mixed different, and it's like right here. It's gonna be hard to see. Well, you can see it. So this part right here at the literal butt crack, and then the little stupid panels that I hate so much. They're actually a different brown than the rest of it. Like, he's like a grayish brown, for the most part, except for those parts which are a bit more brown. Like, there's almost a little more red in it, so to speak. Yep. So for those who don't realize, I can just kind of make people disappear for a little bit. Not trying to be mean, but just sometimes you just go a little too far, and I got to get rid of it. And I can't, it would be nice if I could just remove the comment, which I thought I could do, but instead I had to put them in timeout to remove the comment and all the nonsense. So sometimes random nonsense is bad, so just keep that in mind for future reference for when you come back. Sorry. I mean, it's not pointy, but it's the same plastic, feels like, for everything else. It's soft-ish, but not ridiculous. I mean, it's pliable. Is it its own piece? Hold on. Yeah, the horn and the eyes are their own piece of plastic that's sandwiched in there. So it's ever so slightly softer, and I mean, barely. But that kept them from painting the horn, which I appreciate, that they didn't paint the horn over the brown. Instead, it's its own plastic. It's not bad, but it's not the BS soft plastic that we normally get, but it ain't pointy. You would have to try. Like, I mean, you could hurt somebody with it, but it just takes... It's like, that's mostly about the person trying to hurt someone than it necessarily is about the thing of which you're hurting someone with. I mean, this thing's essentially a brick, so, I mean... He's a... Rhino Jesus. I'm Rhino Jesus. Let's see here. I like the chest detail, though. That's actually pretty neat, not gonna lie. These are for collectors. They're not for children's. Seriously, they couldn't make that part brown. Like, there's no reason to make that green. It's the frickin' shoulder joint that everyone can see. That's so stupid. Like, some of their decisions are just asinine. I don't know if he has a Maximal logo. He might, somewhere. So, one thing, like, that I've noticed with this line is obviously they're bridging a gap between G1 and Beast Force. But, like, they'll put a Maximal or Predacon logo just kind of hidden sometimes, or it's so small in where they tampoed it. I don't remember. I think Rhinox has a red one in the middle of his head somewhere. I have to look. I can't get his head out in Rhino mode. Just kind of stuck there. Just pull your Rhino apart. Yeah, this is not going to be a fun video. Looks downright Canadian. It's terrible. Unfortunately, I have no Rhinox to compare to. So it will be a standalone, except for compared to the other figures in the line. Come on. There we go. At least when I get the Scorponok, I have a comparison. It's funny that I never really bought into the Beast Wars line, even though I was a massive fan of the show when it was on. But I only had 2 Beast Wars figures. I only had Tigatron and Dinobot. For some reason, even though they were on the shelves, I never really bought into the figures. And I remember seeing that 2-pack of Megatron versus Optimus Primal back when they were a bat and an alligator. I saw that quite often at my Walmart when I was a kid. And then all the other random characters that they just came up with on the side that never existed in the show. Saw those. Of course, nobody was really buying those because they didn't know the characters. They're like, these aren't Beast Wars characters. Where did they come up with this idea? Okay, so let's see if I can get him back. At least somewhat. See, it's this section here that sucks ass. It's the way that this is all layered. Like, because you need to swing this in and around and out. I dislike it. It's like it's uncomfortable when you have to move this much plastic around itself. If you know what I mean. It's just like that. That's just freaky. I do like how these legs tuck away though. That was actually pretty ingenious. Give them a tiny bit of credit. Every now and then you got to give Hasbro some credit. Okay, so like that's got to fold out for the knee, but I also have to close this at the same time. Then fold down the foot. That's now hung up on itself. There we go. Close that up. That's pretty ugly. They really just have that hanging out like that? Guess they do. Man. They did not try very hard with these legs. Is this supposed to... No, okay. These 4 figures are weird. The way they're designed, you'd think a completely different company made them. I mean... Yeah. Maybe they did. Hasbro earns a lot of my credits. That's funny. Okay. Like, there we go. That worked out way better. So you couldn't see what happened here. I was trying to flip the foot around. And so it was like stuck. Camera's reversed. So it has to go up under here and sort of peg into place. So I was like, why won't this go? And then bing, and then foot. So that worked out nicer. Okay. Andrew Tebbets. Terrible. Terrible joke. Terrible, terrible dad joke. Does it go in there? That goes in there. Okay. So this is where Cowboy rides away. All right. I gotta tuck the tail section like that. Flip this down and around. Clowns from out of town. I feel like, is this supposed to tuck in under the foot? Maybe. The day 4 dad jokes. I mean, maybe. If you want to be like that. It's not Father's Joke Day. Or Father Jokes Day. Or however you want to say that. There's some way to say that. I just don't know. That has got to tuck away cleaner than that. That is not right. Hold on. Okay, so flip this up, out, in there. Now I've got some room to swing it around. Get this leg out of here. Does that tuck away cleaner than that? I guess it can't. This sucks. Like, that is just ugly. Also, his rhino foot is getting caught up on his robot foot. Like, yeah, that is just not good. Oh well. And like the fact that they put the big ugly part of the leg facing forward is also kind of a poor choice. This just. Is there any reason to have that on a slider at all? That just seems stupid. So these, I guess, are supposed to be side skirts? Or to fill out his chest or something? Okay, so let's pull the rhino head out. Which is awkward. So like that. Put the shoulder back. Guess that's about as good as it's going to get. Why does it have to one day or the other? What? I mean, you could buy it if you want to. I mean, nobody said you didn't have to buy it. I think the face sculpt on that one is probably better, though. Like, without a doubt. I'm trying to get my camera situated here. All right. So this needs to come down. See, this feels like it should tuck in. Like, it doesn't, but it feels like it should. It's weird. Like this whole butt section here, this feels like it should just fold up and in. As far as I can tell, it does not. Yeah, there's no way it could because it leverages up here to the head. So yeah, that's just dumb. Dumb design, Hasbro. Okay, so those are where they're supposed to be. I need to do the arms. Do the arms. Let's pull the arms out again. Yay. Yeah, that way. Like, which way does that go? I will say, in some ways, he looks a little bit better than Primal. Oh, there's a kit that makes Primal look a little bit cleaner. I'm gonna pick that one up too. This is why you watch him go, so you see all the cool shit you're supposed to buy. Okay, let's see. Should I leave the mouth open? I feel like the rhino mouth should be open all the way. Like that. Like that. I wouldn't say he's a letdown, personally. He's not as good as he could be. He's not terrible. It's interesting to see the thigh rotation is just below the thigh. I mean, it isn't easy to do big chunky butts, realistically. You know. But he should be a good size. I have not compared him to the other ones yet. I'll do that during the review. Could be better, but not horrible. It's not hateful. But it's kind of like how much you want to bet we get a Netflix version that looks better. Just like Cheetor. That's why I got the Netflix Cheetor. But the funny thing is like there needs to be a bridge between the normal one and the Cheetor and the Netflix one, because the normal one does have a few details that are correct, like the blue on the legs in bot mode and stuff like that. But it's just the wrong blue. And like, need some more gold and whatnot. First time I had to deal with Bayformers engineering. What are you talking about? Not sure what you mean. Grindcore. See, what's weird about it is they do this kind of shoulder joint. Like you can use the actual butterfly, but usually it's that one that comes out instead. But the guns are so like sad. It's like they're just kind of sad. And this is another one where I would say that they could have added a mushroom peg hand that would actually be able to rotate. Instead, you can only rotate it at the bicep. So, but I mean, he's meant to stand on a shelf, with his friends. So I'm not too upset with it. I do wish that they had gone remotely at all for like cartoon accuracy in the animal mode, beast modes. Like Megatron is cool, except the head does not look like Beast Wars Megatron. It just looks like a T-Rex. This one just kind of looks like a rhino. It's like, give it some different eyes. He didn't have red eyes. It's like a weird crossover between the toy and the other one and the actual thing. Also feel like they could have make his head flip away. I don't know. Could have been engineered better. So I'll do a real review on it tomorrow, obviously. Talk about some of the other things. And I'll pull up like a real Rhinox pictures and stuff like that, see how he should look. What's funny is he ends up looking more like an ape in bot mode than Optimus Primal. Fuck. Alright, but I think it's bedtime. I'm sleepy. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but not because we didn't get up until 10. Or rather, I didn't get up till 10. So really, I only have experienced roughly 12 hours of the day. Making a toy, transforms, and completely removed a different thing. I mean, yes and no. There's some Bayformers that made sense. At least they used to before they started making them worse and worse as time went on. But guys, I'm going to call that a night. Like I said, I will be doing a Master Grade Monday unboxing tomorrow. I just have to wait for it to get here. In the meantime, I will be filming anything and everything I've got that I can go ahead and get knocked out over the next few weeks. Review-wise, I'm going to try to build a couple things before we got to move so that I can review those. I am working on the Tomotu. I don't think that review came out. Or if it did, I forgot about it. So that'll do a thing there. So, but guys, have a great week. If you had a happy Father's Day, cool. And obviously, like, subscribe, do all the things. Go check out the secondary channel as well, because there's a lot of backup content that goes over there, such as the Taro videos that see transform and roll out. So where I take it from its bot mode to its alt mode. So go check those things out. I'll try to link those, and sometimes it fails. So make sure you just pop over there, check it out, along with vlogs and other things like that. So, and third channel if you're remotely interested in all the stuff that happens over there, which has nothing to do with anything that happens here. Just me talking about usually music and things like that. So, but I'll catch you guys later. Remember, as always, keep on nerding and keep on building. And I thought I had my outro, but I don't. Well, let's keep building this community together.